Nur Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, who appeared to us in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, we give him praise and thanks for raising up in our midst the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and granting to us out of his grace the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I would like to greet you all with the greeting words of peace. We say it in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum. You all know those words simply mean peace be unto you. I would like to begin by thanking the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is that great preacher of freedom, justice, and equality to black people in America and people all, the entire human family. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been my teacher since I was in high school. And like I told you all last week when Brother Abel was here, were you all here last week? Raise your hand if you was here last week. Brother Abel did an excellent job. Can you all please give him a round of applause? Because Brother Abel talked about last week how Allah makes all things new. And when all of us accepted Islam, accepted the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we were all made into something totally new and different than what the white man's world has made us. Are y'all with me? So I have to thank the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for being on his post and being my teacher from when I was in high school. I thank Minister Ishmael Muhammad, who is the National Assistant to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan here in Chicago, for giving me the opportunity to come before you all this morning. I would also like to thank all of our brothers and sisters in the ministry here in Chicago. I would like to thank the believers here in Chicago. Brothers and sisters, today we want to deal with a critical subject, which is who is the Messiah? Now, all of us as black people, all of us, for the most part, grew up in church. Even if you only went on Easter, right, with your pink shirt, right, and your flower with your new clothes on, even if you only went on Easter, we still grew up under the influence of a religious grandmother, right, of a religious mother, a religious aunt. We still grew up under the influence of religion, even if we did not necessarily participate in going to church every Sunday. Because I know when I was growing up, it was a fight to get us in church on Sunday, right? But our parents, my parents, right, would drag us. I love going to Sunday school. I could deal with Sunday school, but I couldn't deal with church. I'm sorry. So when I got old enough, I did with most of it. I stopped going, right? But now, all of us, for the most part, have the belief that at a certain time, the world that we're living in is going to come to an end, right? We all believe that. Some of you right now, when Trump got elected, you said, man, the world's coming to an end. They just elected Donald Trump, right? So now, we believe it, and we know it to be true. The problem is we have been deceived by the enemy, the same enemy that lied to us, lied to us about who we are and our relationship to God, lied to us about everything that we have ever learned from the white man has been a lie. It's been a half-truth. That's a lie, right? A half-truth is a lie. Or it's just been a straight-up lie. Are y'all with me? So, we've been lied to about this time period where the Messiah would come, and the time period in the world is called the judgment, or as we say, the end of the world, right? We believe, or we've been taught, that when the judgment happens, a man is going to blow a trumpet, right? Not Louis Armstrong, but an angel is going to blow a trumpet, and from that trumpet, all the dead people that have ever lived since the beginning of time, you see how crazy that is? Every dead person that has ever lived from the beginning of time all the way up until right now is coming back to life, right? And that when all of these dead, you know how many people on the earth right now? It's 7 billion people. And the planet Earth has been here not for millions of years, not for billions of years. The planet Earth has been here for trillions of years. My question to you is, how many people have lived in the trillions of years that the planet Earth has been here? We don't even know. But we know it's more than 7 billion. They're on Earth right now. So imagine, I just want you to use critical thinking. Imagine all of the people that have ever lived in the history of the world came back to stand before God after the angel blew a trumpet, right? And people was coming up out the cemetery, and then now we all in front of God, right? Because this is the imagery. And it's a huge crowd. And you have to wait in line for God to find the DVD of your life, right? He probably got streaming now, right? He just got everybody's life on Netflix. So now, then, while everybody's in line, right, what's your last name? I'm Tyrone Jackson. How many Tyrone Jacksons have lived in the history of the world? So now he got to find your streaming video. And then you and God going to be sitting on a cloud, and he has this huge flat screen 4K television. And he's sitting on a cloud, y'all eating popcorn, and God has the remote control, and he's playing the video of your life on his television. And then he's pausing it and asking you questions. Man, why did you rob the liquor store? Well, you know, right? Like what can you say to justify to God why you robbed the liquor store? But this is what we believe. Now, brothers and sisters, how long would it take for everybody's life? If you live 50 years, God is going to play your life all 50 years. We ain't got no fast forward. We ain't got no speed it up 2 times the speed or whatever. How long would it take for God to judge everybody who ever lived? There is a judgment, right? But the white man lied and said there's people coming back from the dead. I know what you're saying. See, that's why I can't come and be around y'all Muslims. Because, see, I grew up all my life believing that when I died, I was going to go to heaven. You've been raising hell all your life. We've been raising hell. But we believe that we get in the pass, right? Because all we got to do is say to God, look, I accept Jesus as my personal Savior. And then God be like, for real? Man, come on in. And we're going to be living in the sky with Biggie and Tupac and Marvin Gaye and Martin Luther King, right? And Marcus Garvey and Harriet Tubman, right? I said Marvin Gaye, right? Okay, got to make sure we have Marvin Gaye in there. Now, but brothers and sisters, I just want you, Michael Jackson, we're going to be in the sky with the king of pop. He's going to be doing the moonwalk on the moon. Man, did you see that? He just moonwalked on the moon. And we giving Tupac a high five. Now somebody gonna say, see, Tupac's still alive though. We're not even discussing that. Brothers and sisters, the white man lied to us in slavery so that we would spend our entire life working for free with the promise that we would get our reward when we were dead. That don't even make no sense. There is no heaven in the sky for you to live in once you die on earth. So you might as well throw that false belief out of your mind. Can you prove it? Absolutely. All praise is due to Allah. You're waiting to go somewhere, but you're catching hell right now. So why are you catching hell now when you could just easily end your life and go to heaven? But you don't want to end your life. I know what you're going to say. See, if you commit suicide, then that means you automatically go to hell. Okay, well, let me give you this example. If we in the club, right, and they playing whatever song you like, right, Old Town Road, and everybody's just, right, in the club. And then Ray come, and he get to popping, blah, blah, blah. Who's standing there waiting to get shot? Because we all catching hell. That's why we in the club. That's why we rolling the blunt. That's why we drinking the Patron, right? Because we trying to escape the hell that we live in. So we in the club trying to escape hell, and then get to shooting. Nobody's staying there to get shot. Everybody's doing what? Everybody's running to preserve the one life that God gave us. It's in your nature to preserve your life. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, even a fool wants to live. He said, if you believe in heaven, when you get sick, why do you call the doctor? Why don't you just die and go to heaven so you can be with mama and them? See, we've been lied to about a heaven in the sky. The white man has telescopes that can see past the moon, past the stars, past Pluto, which is 4,507,000,000 miles away from the planet Earth. Stars that are so far in space that the white man say he can see into the past. So now, he never came on television and had a press conference and said, you know, we were looking through the Hubble telescope and we have just discovered heaven. Your grandmother told you it's beyond the sun, moon, and stars. He can see beyond the sun, moon, and stars. And you don't find a picture of heaven anywhere on NASA's website. Why? Because there is no heaven in the sky after you die. Now, hold on. I know what you're saying. See, Muhammad, see, what had happened was, see, you can't see heaven with a telescope. See, you got to warp through this little force field. And when you get through this force field, then you be in heaven. You say you got to just keep making up lies to make the white man's lie seem like it's the truth? Instead of just accepting the truth that the white man lied to you. He lied to you about everything else. Why would he tell you the truth about heaven and hell? So now, they say that when we die, we're going to heaven. And then you ask them, where is it? It's up, right? But now, it's 10:45 right now. And we're on an earth that is turning on its axis, right? At 1,037 1/3 mile per hour. That's how fast the earth spins on its axis. Not only is the earth spinning on its axis, but the entire planet is rotating around the sun. So 10:45 tonight, we're going to be on the other side of the earth. So if we pointing up talking about heaven is here, 12 hours from now, where we going to be? We're going to be on the other side. So is heaven hell and hell heaven? No, the white man just lied and said that there was a heaven in the sky. Let me ask you this question. Are they waiting? Are they waiting to go to a heaven in the sky? Or are they building a heaven while they live on earth? You don't see no white folks talking about, I can't wait to go live in the sky. They living in heaven right now. Leave the south side. Leave the west side. I used to live on the low end. Shout out to the low end. Now, the low end ain't the low end no more. If you've been there, white people took that over and they created what? Heaven for themselves. In the sky or on earth? Now, you remember, some of you are old enough to remember when, y'all watch Good Times? Okay, so you know where I'm going. Y'all remember when Cabrini Green was in downtown Chicago? It ain't down there no more. It's called River North now. What is that? That's white folks' heaven. So what are you talking about? You waiting to go somewhere to live in the sky with some dead people? That don't even make no sense. That's what we were taught in slavery, so we would work our entire life for white folks thinking that we would get our reward when we were dead. There's no hell in the ground. Right. So Pluto is 4,600,000,000 miles away from the sun, but 4,507,000,000 miles, which is what I said, away from the earth, because the earth is 93 million miles from the sun. So I just did a little mental math. Shout out to the math doctor. Okay, all praise is due to Allah. So now, brothers and sisters, there's no hell in the ground. I know you saying it's a devil with a red suit and a tail and a pitchfork. Come on, man. If a devil with a red suit was to hit the block the brother's gonna jump him. He getting stomped out. He ain't even gonna make it out the hood.